Thank you, Brother Amjad. From the Rohingya Muslim community from Burma, a country known as Myanmar, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much, the Ahmadiyya community, for giving the Rohingya people a voice in this unique event. And this is an honor for us to be able to speak in this unique event. Rohingya crisis in Myanmar is a humanitarian crisis. As you have seen in the news media and the television, the depth and width of the crisis that Rohingya people are facing now. Rohingya people, on behalf of Rohingya people, I want to express our gratitude. We are touched by all the support we have received from all people of all faith, Christian community, Jewish community, Hindu community, various Muslim community, including Ahmadiyya group. In that sense, Rohingya people are very fortunate to get the support from the global community. This crisis, Rohingya crisis, has a profound implication. It has a deep-rooted cause, what's happening to Rohingya. I'll give you briefly quick example. What you're seeing today in Myanmar, country known as Burma, country known as Myanmar. By the way, I will use the word Burma instead of Myanmar because international community is well tuned to the country name Burma because it has been there for centuries, the name. Burma is a new name. So what is happening to Rohingya people today is a reminiscent of what happened in World War II, Germany. You all know the cause of the World War II Germany situation, Holocaust. You have seen the Balkan, former Yugoslavia crisis in early 1990s. That's what you are seeing today in Burma, Myanmar, what's happening to Rohingya. The same philosophy, the same cause, to different extent. This, what's happening to Rohingya in Burma, various experts, scholars, and other advocates term differently. Some experts call them genocide, some experts, government call them ethnic cleansing and persecution. We are not going to struggle with this term, but we want to say flatly what is it. It is elimination of a population. Simply attempt to eliminate a population. You can use the different terminology for that, but that's the real thing, elimination of population. You know, brothers and sisters, distinguished guests, you may have heard the word Rohingya. I'm sure not very long ago you have started knowing this. It has been in the news media in recent months and recent years, not for very long. So I want to give you, with the given 5 minutes I was given to speak, I'll give you briefly who are the Rohingya people. You need to know who are the Rohingya people. Rohingya people are a Muslim minority in the state of Rakhine, a state known as Arakan in Burma. They are indigenous population. And I want to underscore this, indigenous population, native of that land. Their history goes back to 7th century, dates back to 7th century. That's Rohingya. So you may be wondering, why? Why is this happening? Why is this happening to Rohingya people? It's one single cause. It is rapidly growing extremist ideology of purity and superiority of race and religion in Burma. Burma is predominantly a Buddhist country. As we all know, Buddhist is a peace-loving religion, peaceful religion. Buddhists are peaceful religion. But unfortunately, there's a segment of a population, like many parts of the world, there's extremist elements in Burma. There's extremist elements engineered by the Burmese military junta has caused this, they've been promoting this extremist ideology of purity of race and purity of religion. You got the idea. This is devised by Myanmar, extremist Myanmar military political machinery 4 or 5 decades back. Is in the making. But international community did not know. It was not under the radar until 2012 when things exploded. This is persecution, start of persecution. Now it's called by United Nations, and the US State Department has termed as ethnic cleansing. Many experts, as I said, has termed as a genocide. It's systemic and it's systematic. It is very sophisticated approach how the extremist elements in the government of Myanmar is trying to force out the Rohingya population out of their homeland. You have seen the outflow of refugees in the last few months. 780,000 people have moved within 2 weeks. Literature and reporting has said that has never happened in refugee crisis in the world. Even Syria, Iraq, that many people did not move within 2 weeks. Imagine nearly 1 million people are moving from one country to another country, refugees, in the matter of 2 weeks. The crisis you can imagine. Now, there are over 1.1 million Rohingya refugees in Bangladesh. And Ambassador Brownback was here. He visited a couple of months ago. Many dignitaries has been seen and visited the place. The horrible condition in the refugee camps. Monsoon rain is there now. You can imagine under the muddy condition and the hillsides, the monsoon rain is washing away these tents. You may have seen that in the videos on the internet. Situation is horrible in the refugee camps. Disease outbreak this time of the year. Myanmar government has signed an agreement with the government of Bangladesh to take back these people. The MOU said safe and dignified return of these people to their homeland. It was signed 5-6 months ago. Nothing has happened. Why? Myanmar government is master. Myanmar extremist elements in the government is master in buying times. They're just buying times where people are dying in the refugee camps. I can go on and on, but given that time frame, so I must say that I must ask you what you can do. The crisis, you want to know more about this crisis, you can go on the internet, you can look, there are a tremendous amount of information available on the net, on various media outlets. So my point here is, you have seen all this, you have known this, we have been speaking out, United Nations, State Department, US Congress, you name it, international advocacy. So my question to you is what you can do to save this population, which is at the verge of extermination. Their very existence is being threatened. What you can do? First of all, we need to save the population. Humanitarian support in Bangladesh. There are also internal displaced camps inside Rakhine State in Burma. So humanitarian support. Your support through various organizations is much needed to stabilize the population. Once we can stabilize the population, then we can work on returning them to their homeland with security, provided them the security. International advocacy. At United Nations Security Council has taken this up many times. United Nations General Assembly has taken up these times. United Nations Human Rights Council has taken up this many times. You and us and all international community must be engaging with United Nations at various levels to push forward. The issue should not die down. Myanmar government is waiting until the international outcry dies down. So we need to sustain the effort. We would continue the effort. International advocacy, public awareness, event like this is critical. A lot of people still do not know. They know what's happening to Rohingya, but they don't know the depth and width of the crisis, how serious the situation is. Many people do not know. So the event like this and many other events is very important for public awareness and media awareness. And finally, as US citizens of this country, we need to be active in Washington, at the Capitol Hill. Alhamdulillah, Ahmadiyya community has done tremendous amount of work at the Capitol Hill. Last February, there was an activity, and is ongoing activity, alhamdulillah, giving award to congressmen on Rohingya issue. It means a lot to Rohingya people. And White House also. We need to be engaged with White House and educate them more about Rohingya issue. And Congress has 2 bills now. One bill has been passed on Rohingya issue in House, 380 votes versus 40 votes. A tremendous amount of support, bipartisan support. We have one bill, Burma bill, stuck in Senate, in the Senate, and we are working very hard with Senator Mitch McConnell to let the bill go to the floor. And your voice is very important on this, getting hold of your congressman, senator, and see whether we can get this bill move forward, because it's going to be possibly expiring soon. So we need your help to reach out to your senator to get this bill done. So public awareness is very important. That's all I have. Thank you very much.